What's up, YouTube subscribers and viewers, and PS4 and PS5 friends, and players? Rain Phoenix back again. This was going to be my top 10 favorite video games. I mean, there's more than this. Like, there are some that I don't mention, but don't think that they're not my favorite. Like Silent Hill Collection 2 and 3, Chaos Legion, ECT. But these are the ones that are on my PlayStation list. First of all, I don't like Devil May Cry 2, but Devil May Cry 1 and 3 are my favorites in this. When I first started playing Devil May Cry, I got into it, and I didn't usually play sequels, especially after Devil May Cry 2. But when 3 came out, it came up to be such a huge, huge hit with me and a bunch of everybody else too. Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen was really awesome. And the one reason I like these games like that is because they don't come out with one every season. Like NBA 2K, like all the sports games and all of the Call of Duty games, there's not one made every season or every year or every 2 months or 3 months or however long it takes them to make another season of something. I liked Evil Inside. Evil Inside was it's a short game, but it was such a good horror game. I liked it. It was one of my favorites. Final Fantasy Remake, along with Final Fantasy Rebirth, is going to be one of my favorites. Also, if I don't mention the game, it's because it's not out yet. I do have the Tekken 8 demo, but Tekken 8 is not on here for the simple fact that it's not launched yet. It's due out this month, I think, but it's not out yet. So that's the other reason why it's not on this list. I'm going to go over to Ghost of Tsushima, which I'm currently playing on New Game Plus for the PS4. I really enjoyed this game. This game is such a lush, epically, and beautiful game. As with God of War, Horizon Forbidden West, and Horizon Zero Dawn. These are all wonderful games, bunch of them, just such good games. Infliction was another one of my main favorites. Killing Floor 2. Let me clear up some confusion on Killing Floor. People say that Killing Floor 2 is native 4K. It's not native 4K. It's not 2160. It's not 340. It's not 3040 something whatever by 2160. That's native 4K. Just because it's more than 1080, that doesn't make it 4K. Killing Floor 2 is either 1660 or 1420 or 1440. It's not native 4K. Just to get that clarified, but it is in HDR. Coming over here to Minecraft. Now, Minecraft is kind of one of my favorites, but it has a stupid option to activate ray tracing and rendering, but when you go into the option menu, it doesn't let you do it. It's grayed out, and I don't know how to turn it on. Mortal Kombat 11, which I have platinum for the PS4 and the PS5. Now, I didn't stack these platinums. I played it once for the PS5 because I liked the graphics. And then when I wanted to platinum it for the PS4 because I liked the game that much. So I went through the PS4 version and platinumed it also. Resident Evil 2 is one of my favorites. Resident Evil 3 is not on this list because I feel like it was, I ain't going to say rushed, but they just copy and pasted the graphics and then just put the story in it. But Resident Evil 2 was one of my favorite ones. Resident Evil 4, also a favorite. And it's got one of the rarest DLCs that you could buy. Like, DLC, I don't get it either because Ada is originally part of Resident Evil 4, which is why I don't understand. But I do understand why her DLC was paid for. But at the same time, she's originally part of the story. So this should have been free DLC. It should have been either free or it came out with the game when the game came out. She should have been launched with the game. Since you do see her in Leon's part. Samurai Showdown. This is another game that I like. One of my favorite fighting games. It's like my top three favorite fighting games. Gonna go over here to Shenmue. Now, Shenmue was, to me, Shenmue was ahead of its time. Shenmue to me was what games should have been. Realistic games should have been. Like I think with the PS5 out now, and if they do a remaster of Shenmue, they could do a lot better with it. Seeing Ghost of Tsushima and then Shenmue could do so much better. Like they could do a lot. I don't think they're gonna remake it. I hope they don't. Just leave a grade alone. But at the same time, it was really, really good. I don't know why Soul Calibur was here. Um, Battlefront II was good to me. I liked the story. I liked the spaceship fighting, the outer intergalactic civil war, the ships, the dog fights in the ships. You know, I love the way the ship sound. It sounds good in my surround sound system. There's no Atmos, but if there was Atmos, this definitely needs it because it just really knocked it out the park. It really, really did a good job. Um, Third Strike, I believe, needs no introduction. The parrying system, to me, in my opinion, Third Strike was the last best Street Fighter game. Better than 4, better than 5, better than 6. Third Strike was the last greatest Street Fighter to me. Darkness. We're getting into PS3 now. Darkness was really good. Like this, Darkness was one of the games a long time ago that had full version TV shows. There was this TV, like when you went down into the subway, your protagonist Jackie would have to go through the subway and look for this guy. And going through the subway, there was this shopping cart with a TV in it. After I beat the game, man, I used to sit there and clean my room or clean the house and just let that TV play for hours. Like never saw the same show twice on one channel. I don't know how it was on other channels, but there was two channels I watched. There was this mystery channel and there was a cartoon channel, and they never showed the same show twice. Now, I only watched it or listened to it while I was cleaning up for like 2 hours or something. But within those 2 hours, they never showed the same show twice. And The Darkness 2 did kind of bad to me, but not because of the TV shows, but the gameplay and the fun factor just wasn't there, which is why it's probably not one of the ones on this list, which is why I didn't look for it in the PlayStation Store. But The Darkness was one of my favorites. Another favorite of mine is The Forest. This game was such a hard platinum, but it had so much fun. This I would put the category of survival horror because you got these crazy finger monsters that are like this that move around, and then they had a head, and then they had all these other body parts. It was so weird. You had to make a house, and it was awesome. Now, Green Hell would have made my list, but I mean, it was a nice game. The graphics were good. The sound was good. It's just, I didn't feel like it was really a survival game. I mean, not survival, but there were certain elements that kept it out of this list. And I'm trying to keep this short. While I understand I went into description of this, not too much in depth, but my memory is running low on my phone. So I don't want this video to be over 15 to 20 minutes because YouTube likes to cut my video off or cut my video short in 33 minutes and some odd seconds. But the last game on this list, and not the final game, is Tomb Raider Definitive Edition, which I recently just did a playthrough of. If you want to check that out, look through my channels. It's the most recently upload prior to this one. These games were So good to me. So fun. You know, Castlevania Symphony of the Night was supposed to be here, but every time I added it, it didn't stay in. I don't know why. It didn't stay in, but Castlevania Symphony of the Night and Final Fantasy VII original, those games all had longevity to me. You know, they were just so in depth. They got you so immersed in the game. You couldn't like not pick up a game and think about the soundtrack in one way or another. You know, it was they were just awesome games. They were really, really awesome, beautiful games to play. Um, this has been my list, my part one list. I don't know if I'm going to do a part two, but I always usually do a part two later on in the year or something like that. This is what is the date today? This is December. Let me see. And my phone wants to be gay, so never mind. Well, anyway, it's December. I want to say it's December 17th, but um, there is a whole lot of games that didn't make this list. There's a whole lot of games that need to be on this list. But that being said, okay, I got the date now. I had to bring it up on my other phone because I'm using this one. Man, but I do have another list coming up, a part two. I just don't know when I'm gonna do it, so stay tuned for that if you care. But today is December 20th. It is Wednesday, I think. Yes, it's Wednesday. Um, that being said, go ahead and check this video out. If you see any games on your list that you like, let me know down in the comments or something like that. But thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it. This is Rain Phoenix signing out, and I am going to get into some more of this Ghost of Tsushima that I've been playing. So thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in the next video. If you're asking me why am I playing it for the PS4, it's because, like I said, I'm playing New Game Plus. And because I played this already in New Game Plus here, PS5 trophies don't reverse stack to PS4. And I thought I had the New Game Plus for here, but obviously you can see right here, I don't. So I have to go through it and play it again, which I don't mind because, like I said, I enjoyed this game. Other than that, my next game that I'm going to get is Avatar. That's a game that should have been on my list, but I don't have it yet because I stopped buying day one games because they started glitch. If you've seen any of my past videos in the past few years, every time I bought a day one game, it would glitch or crash, or I would have some sort of problem out of it. So that's one of the reasons why I'm not getting day one games. I want to wait a couple of weeks, maybe a month or two before the game. When the game has been out a while, then I'll buy it. I mean, it's gonna have glitches and crashes anyway, but they like to wait. I mean, they like to wait before they update it. They'll rush a game out and won't even fix it, won't even patch it or nothing. But thank you guys for coming. I'm gonna get out of here, finish this game. I'm gonna get into this party my little brother just invited me to. Thank you guys for coming, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay safe and have a good one.